The next way that we're going to talk about solving systems of linear equations is called elimination, but we're going to take this in two lessons. We're going to do simple elimination first, and then we'll jump into what you will see more often. We got to start at the beginning before we can get to the end. So let's look at a couple of these. So just like before, we're going to be given an equation like this. Now, we've actually pretty much already done this. I just want you to get a little bit more practice and really write down the steps, because the next lesson is going to add a pre-step to these. So for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to just add these straight down. When I add them straight down, I'm going to be able to eliminate a variable. Like I said, we did this before the test, but I wanted to have a little bit more time to revisit this concept. So we're going to add these straight down. I don't have to manipulate anything like I did the last lesson yet. That'll be the next step. When I add these straight down, negative 3x minus 4x gives me negative 7x. Y minus y, that just goes away. Then 5 plus 2 is 7. Now I need to eliminate that negative 7. I'm going to move it over the equal sign. When I move it over, I'm going to divide, because I'm multiplying it on the left. 7 divided by negative 7 is going to give me x equals negative 1. Remember, when I'm dividing by that 7, I don't change the sign, just the operation. So I've added the equations together. I've solved for the first variable. Now I'm going to plug that one in to either equation and solve for the second variable. Pick the simplest equation. Let me get my pen. I am going to use the first equation, mainly because the y is positive. I could have used this equation, but then I would have had to change the sign of everything. It doesn't matter which equation you use, you'll end up at the same value. So negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. So I have 3 plus y equals 5. Move the 3 over. When I move it understood plus 3 over, it becomes a minus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2, so y equals 2. And just like before, we're solving for the point at which these two lines intersect. So we need to write our answer as a coordinate. So x, y. Like I said, this shouldn't be terribly difficult because we did this before we took our test. But like I said, I wanted to review it again because the next lesson's a little bit trickier. On your paperwork, there's a place to write these steps down. So I put them in one place. They were on the previous slide, but this way you have it in one place, just in case. Pause the video and you can write the steps down. So let's do one more. I have negative 3x minus y plus 5 equals 0. 3x minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. I'm going to add these down. And when I add those down, there it is. Negative 3x plus 3x, that goes away. Negative, don't forget your understood 1 there. Negative 1y minus 2y is negative 3y. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. And of course, 0 plus 0 is 0. I need to move my negative 3 over. Or my minus 3, I'm sorry. When I move a minus over, it becomes a plus. Now I need to move this negative 3 over, but because I'm multiplying it on the left, I'm going to divide it on the right. 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. Now I'm going to take that value and plug it into whichever equation I choose. Now I'm going to choose the bottom one because I have a positive value here for x, and I know I'm going to be solving for x. But you can plug it into either equation. When you solve it, you will end up at the same place. So I am going to use the bottom equation. So I'll have 3x minus 2, and instead of y, I'm going to put in negative 1 because that's what I solved my y to be. Now I just start solving this. So again, I took what I found for y, and I just plugged it in right there. Now I'm going to walk through this step by step. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, so that becomes 3x plus 2 minus 8 equals 0. Add my 2 and my negative 8, which gives me 3x minus 6 equals 0. I had to move my negative 6 over, am I minus 6? When I move a minus 6 over, it becomes a positive 6. Move my 3 over, I need to divide by that. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And because I need my answer as a coordinate, well, that slide cut off in the middle of me recording it, and I'm not going to redo the whole thing. Just remember to put your answer in a coordinate set or form, XY. So just like last worksheet, here is the problem I want you to do, and I want you to text me a picture of your work, and I will let you know if it's right or wrong before you do those practice problems on that page to prepare you for the homework page.